stop the time lapse there because I think this is a very big milestone. Look at this thing, man. Look at that. So basically we've got a 2-inch coming from the crossover. That goes in there, and then these are the 3 cylinders on the passenger side. So as you probably saw, you're probably able to see in there, but I've ported out the backside of the T3 flange so that flow, we can get the maximum flow in there basically. Same deal here. So yeah. And bolted down to an old turbine housing so it doesn't warp. So now that's done. That literally took 4 hours. It's time to mount it up. I'll mount it to this, and then we can start doing this side. So let's get back to it. One more thing, then we'll get to the time lapse. Check this out, I'm pretty proud of this. Another use for cable ties. So it's going across there, cantilevered. Got this little bolt in here keeping this from twisting. And we've just screwed into one of the oil feed M8 holes. So basically I've got rotation that way, and then with this I can rotate my manifold. So it's just a matter of playing around. I've got to have enough room to obviously clear the first port, also clear the spark plug, and be able to get to the fasteners. So I'm going to play around with this, and then we'll get cracking on this finally. Hopefully it will all work. And that's just a mock-up turbo, that's not the actual turbo for the car. as you just saw, it's pretty much done. All I got to do is weld the wastegate on, but that's nothing exciting. I'll run you guys through where I'm thinking about putting it. I'm kind of in two minds whether I wait until the car's actually here and I put the manifold on. Firstly, check that the manifold fits, which it should, and then see if where I want to put the wastegate will work. If it does work, it's a really cool and stealthy idea. I'll show you guys that in a sec. I'll give you a quick look through, and then we'll get on to looking at fittings and all that stuff to get it all plumbed up. So before I go any further, I'm just doing a count up of what hose, plenty more there, and fittings I've got. So I've pretty much got I've got one for the water, so I'll have to get some more of those. This is all 200 series AN. Oil is sorted. I've already got an oil fan anyway, but I'll just build a new one. Part of the drain is sorted. I'll have to get a new flange that suits this 40mm bolt spacing, which is no biggie. And yeah, with the oil inlet, I've got this little pre-filter, so I'm going to run that in. So I've pretty much got more than half of the fittings, I think. But how sexy is this thing? It's turned out really nice. Little special touch there. You've already seen this one a lot earlier. So what I'm thinking basically is I'll clock the housing somewhat, as you can probably can't even see it. It's kind of on this angle. You can go about 15 degrees, rule of thumb. So basically, drain will come out this way and kind of go in and down to the sump. Water lines I'm still trying to work out, but it should all work out. I'm probably going to try and tap a fitting into the water pump outlet, or inlet, sorry. So obviously hot coolant comes out of here, I'm pretty sure, and then into the radiator, through the radiator, bottom hose back in. So I'm going to take one of the feeds from somewhere around here, hopefully, into the turbo, and then the feed out of the turbo I might put back into here in the thermostat housing. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So what I'm thinking for the gate is it's going to make it a little bit tight to get to this spark plug down here. Like currently it's pretty good access, especially these two. I'm kind of thinking somewhere here. So there'll be a short leg off the manifold there. Try to get as much angle as possible, but I'm kind of dictated by the exhaust because it's probably going to have to come out and go down. This is kind of why I want to wait till it's in the car, because there's a strut race here and it's going to be pretty close. I'm hoping I can swing it, but we'll see. Best case, I can have it kind of up like that a little bit. Hopefully still be able to get to the spark plug with the right tools. And then screamer can literally just dump straight out down here. And then dump pipe comes down and around this way. So that's where I'm at. Guys, so many weeks have gone by. It's been kind of hard to find the time to
come here and chip away at this and finish it. Especially when you're doing something like this, you kind of need to keep on going. You can't just do it in kind of like staggered, you know, 1 hour slots here and there, because you kind of need to have that train of thought going, just like a lot of things in life. So anyway, I am completely done, hopefully. So I've just finished the wastegate. I've welded that on, cored that out as you saw. Also gone through and just ported out any of these where there's any ridges. Yeah, I'll give you guys a quick look. Hopefully it will focus alright. So, see the wastegate in there. I got in there and basically poured it out as much as I could to try and transition the gas to kind of flow around that corner. It's not the best spot for the wastegate, really. It should be servicing both banks of cylinders, but I couldn't put it there. I didn't want to put it on the turbine housing. I know a lot of guys do that, but really it's picking up 3 cylinders. It should be enough. If not, I might have to add another one here, or I don't know. I think it'll be okay. I'm not trying to run super low boost. I want to be running about 15, 20. So it's not too bad. Yeah, you can see it's still kind of divided up through there. So this is all the driver's side bank coming through here, passenger side through here. And I'll show you guys a little test. Well, it's nothing too special, but you can actually kind of test what kind of flow is coming out here and through here. So I'll set the camera up and show you guys that. Okay, so relatively easy test. Just get some compressed air and just feed it down the cylinder. You know, just rotate round, because obviously air takes different paths. So I'd say maybe 70% out of the turbo flange and 30% out of here. This one's definitely the worst. It changes a little bit depending on the direction of the air, but the best case is probably maybe 30% or 20% here and 80% out of the turbo flange. So middle cylinder's not the best for wastegate, but you got to remember it's a combined you know, gas. There is a little bit of back pressure at the turbine, probably not as much with my bigger turbine housing, but you know, there's always going to be that little bit. And then this one probably maybe 30, 70 again. So, well, I think it'll be okay. There's only one way to find out. Kind of limited with packaging, like always with wastegate location most of the time. So yeah, next up I'm going to bring the car in, do a test fit. If it's all good, I'll pull it off, bead blast it, ceramic coat it with VHT flameproof. You guys have probably seen me use that a lot of times. And yeah, chuck it on the car, and then we can start fabricating some other things like a new dump and screamer pipe, probably charge pipe, intake pipe. I've got to do all the water fittings because the other turbo wasn't water cooled, and I got some new oil lines and shit too. So yeah, hopefully you guys liked that little series. At this stage I don't know how it turned out, but I'm guessing if you're seeing it, it turned out pretty good. The video, that is. Obviously the end product's really good too. So yeah, stay tuned for the next video. I'm gonna basically, I don't know how I'll play it, but I'll try to do something installing it on the car. You know, the plumbing, it might not be as in detail. I've got to kind of get this done over the Christmas break. Got a lot of projects to do. There's more stuff to come on my Hilux. There will be more stuff to come on the Foz, so plenty of stuff. I've also got a shitload of building work I've got to do, so never ending for me. But yeah, there'll be plenty more on this once this is done, and maybe after summer we'll chuck this on the dyno. Probably will have to do another street tune with Benny, so you know, I know a lot of you guys like those videos, so we'll do some of that and we'll see what this kind of turbo does. And actually I'm looking at it right now. It's such a sexy thing. I'm really keen to see how it goes. Hopefully the rear housing isn't too big, but we've got the cubes behind it and the worked heads, so we'll see. Anyway guys, thanks, smash that subscribe button, like, comment, all that jazz, and I'll see you in the next one.